Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Star Trek Boldly Go, issue number 9. We're cruising and they're not running out of stories here. Now this is kind of like a one-shot, you know what I'm saying? This is Uhura, and Sarek is there also, Spock's father. But it is basically Uhura and Spock. Like, this is just their story. They're on New Vulcan, and they're just chillaxing, like Netflix and chill the whole time, you know? I wonder if they get Netflix out there. Does Netflix still exist in the future? See, questions like this keep me up at night. No, they don't. Anyway, so, look, we basically have Sarek and the Children's Academy and the Historic Academy of New Vulcan and just like all the science version, like almost every single character on New Vulcan is pretty much wondering and hoping that Uhura and Spock are going to get married. It's actually that, like, that's so freaking cool, you know? And like, I'm not the kind of person who gets embarrassed a lot, but legit, I would probably be embarrassed, right? I would probably be embarrassed if everybody was talking about that, you know? So Spock, of course, he doesn't get the whole emotions thing. Yes, he's half human, but you know, he represses that a lot. He's more Vulcan than he is human, all right? I'm not talking about his DNA, but I'm talking about, in general, his personality and what he represents, you know? So, you know, Uhura, she is an emotional person. She's not a particularly emotional person, you know, that's the thing, but she does have emotions. She is a human being. And she has to deal with, you know, that stuff as a normal human would. Now, check this out. A couple things happen. One, they established that she actually grew up in Africa. And they show a little bit of Africa in the past. And it's cool, man. Like, it's scientifically, technologically discovered. And just, it's awesome. It's awesome. You know, the flying vehicles and stuff like that. It felt good to see that it's not just, you know, the standard civilizations, America, that you would think about as being technologically advanced. I want to see Britain, all of England, you know what I'm saying? The entire United Kingdom, okay? I want to see all of them. I want to see, like, what they look like in the future. I want to see what Asia looks like in the future, like the whole subcontinent, you know, of Asia. I want to see what Russia looks like, you know? I want to see what all of it looks like in the future. So we got a little bit of Africa. That was nice. Now, more please. But her emotions actually lead to the idea that she is contacted by an advanced race that used to live on this planet before the Vulcans came along. Now, they had drilled and they found this isotope that wound up eventually destroying their communications, destroying their culture, their civilization, and everything. So there's some kind of a psychic remnant of these creatures left. And the only way they communicate was empathically. So the only person here who could really get easily what was going on was Uhura. So she got this psychic resonance. It was triggering some of her own memories to try and make sense of it. They didn't explain that, but it's pretty easy to figure that out. And she goes and she warns Spock, who is overseeing the project. So they've got to find some other way of being independent in their energy. But in the meantime, this was really good. I have no problems giving this a B+. This was really good. There was no action. Star Trek doesn't really need action. When you think about it, you could have a whole episode of Star Trek with just people doing, you know, fake sciencey stuff. And it's cool, man. It's cool, you know? So, yeah, this was really good. I enjoyed this a lot. I kind of hope that there's more people who are going to look at this comic. I know this isn't one of my most viewed videos out there, but I really want people to understand just how incredibly cool this comic is. This particular issue is not part of an overarching story arc, but it is a part of continuity, lore, everything that is a part of the Star Trek universe after Star Trek Beyond. And I don't know what else to say except, guys, seriously, check out the comic. Anyway, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, class dismissed.